This is Monocle on Design Extra. It's a short show to accompany our weekly programme where we discuss everything from architecture and craft to furniture and graphic design. I'm Maylie Evans. We continue our coverage of Salone del Mobile and accompanying Milan Design Week as our team continues to roam the Lombardy capital for the best in design. It's over to the flagship showroom of the Italian furniture specialists Poltrona Frau to meet one of their latest collaborators, the Argentine designer and digital artist Ezequiel Pini. Better known under the moniker 6 and 5, the Barcelona-based creative is noted for his innovative use of 3D technologies. However, for this project, Pini has moved into the physical realm. His collaboration with Poltrona Frau has resulted in 2 sculptural lamps and a rug. To find out more, Monocle's design editor Nick Moniz caught up with Ezequiel, who began by sharing the starting point for his collection.
For me, in this special case, I wanted to capture different moments of the nature itself, that the nature is by default unique, ephemeral. We see moments that they are not repetitive anymore. Even the shape of the leaves are always different and they don't repeat itself as we are as humans. The foliage is inspired by...
Just for our listeners, this is a floor lamp with, I don't know what you call them, leather fins? I don't know, maybe not fins, leather leaves actually, that would be appropriate, going up a pole. So
yes, it's a shape of a branch, let's say, or a tree, depending of who is looking at, and it's projecting a light, that the light is simulating the shadow. So I wanted to play with the illusion of a physical object that looks like at some point sculptural, and then the light is projecting on the wall, and also the illusion that the light could be from somewhere else, because what is projecting to the wall is the shadow of the same one.
I think that's quite fascinating. You talked about like nature being ephemeral, and whilst we're making physical products here, light is also kind of ephemeral. Or is that something you considered as you played with this?
What it was ephemeral, this one is it was inspired by the light coming through on the trees. Mm-hmm. They are always moving by the wind, and in this case I wanted to freeze that moment, and then I was drawing the lines and the shapes. So it was fun because we needed to do some mask for the light projection to do it, and yeah, was the ephemeral moment I wanted to capture in this one.
So that's the standing lamp. We've got a smaller lamp here that's kind of 2 discs, with one that's kind of glowing and one that's casting a shadow.
The table lamp is based on an eclipse, one stage of an eclipse, and I like the gesture of having it like suspending on time, but also physically. What I liked also that we did intentionally to change the temperature of the light, that it maybe could have some reminiscence to the sun or the moon. And for me, the light has been super important in my work all this year. So I wanted to bring this little detail of changing temperatures and intensity to
a product. No, that makes total sense. I guess just finally, we're going through the final list on products, and we've got this amazing rug. Explain, because it's kind of changing colours as we look at it. There's like different hues moving through it. Where's the inspiration for that come from? The
light of the sun, or maybe the moon at the night, affecting the water. So when you see also that movement, it's always moving and you never see the same shape. So I wanted to have some frozen moment from that and place it on a big rug. Especially in this one is the material that depending of where you see, it's from one side you don't see even the shape, from other side you start to see some of the shape.
And that's to do with the weave of the material?
Yes, yeah. Yes.
You have that similar effect like you would in nature, where if you look at something from different angles that's got light playing across it, it will appear differently.
Yes, of course.
You start as a graphic designer, you move into, I guess, CGI art. Now you're back in the world of physical product design. Where do you see the difference? Is there a difference between art and design for you? Do you think about them differently, or is it all kind of blend in together?
I always ask myself where the limits are. But I like to play without any boundaries and trying to not think that much anymore, because I think in the future is tending to be more and more like a borderless in terms of disciplines and what's being considered as art in the past. Nowadays, even digital art was it's a term that I remember 4 years ago, it wasn't impossible to think about it. But the new generations put it here, and for them it's natural to see something digital as artistic expression because they grew up with cell phones and internet. So these things made me first value myself in my practice, because 15 years ago it was frustrating because using a technical tool to visualize ideas made for most of the people made me a technician. So that didn't give any value to my creativity or my artistic expression. But that with time, after some frustration, because I wanted to show to the world what I do, and people, okay, you're rendering of a space. Yeah, but this space doesn't exist, and I created it with these colors. Yeah, I love it, but you are rendering and you are rendering. So my things start and finish on screen most of the time, but I am curious about how they are exploring other realms, because I feel like each of these mediums gives new feelings and new sensations. Viewer and who is experiencing it's different to touch and to smell and to appreciate the space. I want to always try to explore these two places.
And is that what makes it different from a technician versus an artist? Like, it's about the feelings that something can evoke. Like, if you're pulling feelings out of someone, is that where the distinction is?
Yeah, it's the message, the voice you want to represent, and the feeling also. When you are being a technician, you are only operating a tool following rules. So when you use that tool for your voice and your message, you are manipulating as you want with intention. So the intention is the main difference.
Ezequiel Pini in conversation with Monocle's design editor Nick Manise. And for more Salone del Mobile and Milan Design Week coverage, tune in as next week on the programme we continue to cross the trade floors, showrooms and installations. If you prefer print, you can pick up a copy of Monocle magazine, or if you're in Milan, the Salone newspaper. It's available on all good newsstands now. Today's episode was produced by me, Maylee Evans. Thank you very much for listening.